So going off grid is obviously a huge life change for most people. I did used to live at one time in like a two-bedroomed house, and then I moved into another two-bedroom bungalow, and then I've got MS, and I was running a candle business that was really, really good fun. I really loved it, but I was working some crazy hours and it just wasn't doing my health any good. And I kind of thought, you know what, stop the ride, I want to get off. So got the caravan, went on off-grid adventures, went woofing. I'll put a link to WWOOF UK. I mean, with lockdown at the minute, it's not much happening, unfortunately, but that's a really, really good way to kind of gain off-grid life skills. So yeah, have a look, check out WWOOF UK. It's not some mad dog barking thing. It stands for Willing Workers on Organic Farms. And there's loads of places that you can go and learn skills. I went places and learned like about biodynamic growing, lunar cycle planting, lots and lots of different things, lots of different opportunities to gain experience working on farms, small holdings with livestock. And it's absolutely brilliant. So yeah, I'll post a link in the description to that if anyone wants to have a look. So a lot of preppers want to go off grid, obviously, because civilization is totally overrated and who wants to be a part of it? The thing is that, I mean, SHTF has always been a bit of a scenario that's been kind of on my mind. My dad collects Geiger counters, which is absolutely ace, and as a kid we'd get taken to places like Hat Green, not so secret as its signposted nuclear bunker, and it just kind of became important to me to be self-sufficient from an eco-friendly point of view, but also it's from a prepping point of view. So for me, it's kind of two birds, one stone, and living out in the woods and not having the pressures of day-to-day life and civilization, working a crazy hour job. As Canadian prepper, you guys need to have a look at his channel if you're not watching it already. I'll put a link in the description. He keeps saying, and I totally agree, you need to engage with civilization to get out of civilization. To go off grid, you do need a bit of investment, you do need the skills, you do need a little bit of a kind of civilization boost. But once you've done it, it is absolutely brilliant and it is such a free way of existence. And like I said before, live like SHTF and you won't notice when it does. I've had a lot of posts that I've been seeing with my friends on Facebook and my heart goes out to them, especially people in Texas with power cuts and no heating. I mean, if there was a power cut in the local town, I genuinely wouldn't notice. I've got my own independent solar, got so used to running on battery packs. So here's a few tips for prepping to go off grid. So one thing in civilization living is mains electric, and that is really, really accessible and easy. You just get so used to plugging your phone in, plugging your devices in. So to start prepping for off-grid life, if that's something you want to do, then I'd advise getting some power banks, and instead of charging your phone, iPad, whatever devices directly from the mains, charge them on your power banks. When you've got solar, you're only going to have light in the daytime. In winter, it's going to be a lot more scarce. Using power banks instead of relying on mains charge or permanently having things on charge, it gives you a lot better idea of what sort of electric usage you're getting. And it also makes you aware of features on your phone like the power saving mode, which I didn't discover until a couple of years ago. So yeah, power banks, that would be one of the first steps that you could take to preparing for off-grid life. Obviously solar phone chargers and stuff, they used to be absolutely terrible, to be honest, but I mean, I got this one, so ones like this 5 years ago, I'd say, yeah, not a hope in hell that it's going to charge anything from the sunlight. But the technology has come on so well that they actually do. The cheaper ones that you can get on eBay for like 10, 15 quid, they are really, really good. They do take a couple of days to charge in bright sunlight. But I'll do another video about portable solar chargers because there's quite a lot I've got to say on that. But that would be one tip. Get on battery packs, stop using mains electric. The other one would be water. When water comes out of a tap, obviously you don't really pay attention to how much you're using. And if you're storing your water, then you kind of know how much you're using. I've kind of figured out that I use on average, unless I'm doing a load of washing, like clothes washing, that I'll use on average 3 litres a day. So that's for drinking, for my dog, like that's and washing, things like that. Clothes washing, I'll use about 6 litres of water for that. So obviously that's extra, but that doesn't need to be my clean filtered drinking water. So the 3 litres a day of water is what I like to keep filtered and fresh. And if you've got a tap, just get a jug and fill that up. Fill a 3 litre bottle, a 5 litre bottle, and instead of going to the tap for your water, go and get it out of the bottle, because you'll be much more aware of your usage and you'll use a lot less. The next thing would be grey water. So grey water is basically used water. If you use eco-friendly products and you're washing up and washing liquid, you can easily get them so that your overflow pipe from your house can go into a tank, which will be full of grey water. So in an emergency, you could use that instead of using fresh water to flush the toilets. I mean, he's not had a house that's had, like, well, probably lived in nicer places than me in the past, but if you've got a toilet that doesn't flush and you have to put a bucket down to flush it, that system works really, really well. It saves so much water. So if you are cut off from a water supply, having a grey water supply would be great. And I say, if you use eco-friendly products, then you can use it to water your plants in your garden. So yeah, those are the first 2 changes for anyone who's wanting to start approaching the off-grid, and a little bit about how I kind of made the transition. I hope you guys are all good and staying warm and dry out there. It's like a little bit cold in February weather, but yeah, spring is coming. Take care.